Peace and love. This is Master Your Reality TV. Today I'm going to talk about family. I'm going to talk about your parents, whether it's your mother or your father, being not to blame for any emotional issues. I grew up with my mother present and father not being there a lot. And I had to come to understand, and not just understand, but also to overstand that him not being there isn't his fault. Um, and maybe it is and maybe it isn't, but the reason I say that is truly because in a society that we live in as a black man and a black woman, a system has been created against the black man and black woman. So maybe he didn't learn, self-love or life skills from his mother's or from his mother, and his mother probably ain't learned from her mother, or the cycle probably went on, or probably when they went to school, he probably didn't learn about life skills or self-development or self-love. Because when we go to school, schools don't teach us about life skills and self-development. And they teach black kids in black neighborhoods different from other kids in white neighborhoods of things of that nature. So with that being the case, um, with that being the case, you know, our parents are not may have not, learned what they needed from from the school system or from their parents, because a lot of the times society promotes self-hatred, or it don't, or it lacks the promotion of self-love or self-development skills being advocated for, you know, for you to captivate or to obtain a certain kind of way of thinking. It's more TV shows that's killing everybody, that's cursing. It's more negativity, a lot that's being portrayed by society. But just to stay on topic even more, I want to say this, that our parents, I said to myself, maybe his father wasn't there. And maybe he felt like if he couldn't do better than what his father did for him, he didn't want to be there at all, unless he was able to actually do what he felt like I deserved or he wanted to do. And maybe his self-doubt was the thing that, ran him away. His insecurities, him not facing what he needed to face. So, I kind of stopped. I had to pause the video. But I kind of lost my train of thought as well. Um, but I'm going to say this, that, you know, maybe Pops, maybe, because it's a lot of insecurity and doubt that he has to deal with. So I tell myself to see the greatness in him, see the man that he wanted to be, because everybody started off as that innocent kid, and then we get programmed by society on how to be, what to think, what's right, what's wrong, what to believe, what not to believe, and what to think, what not to think. And it's a lot of condition that condition us to be the way that we are. So a lot of times people are not operating from their higher self or their true soul. They're operating from their lower self, from a mindset that's not truly who they are by nature, because we loving creatures by nature. We are love, and we have been taught hate and negativity. So I know that it's my father's, whether it's my mother or my father, I know that they had my best interest at the end of the day. Even if they promoted the negativity, I know that if they knew better, they'd do better. But since they don't know better, they won't do better, because they have been conditioned to do wrong and not right. So when I see the wrong, I know that it's not them. I know that at heart they want to be happy like everyone else. I know that you are not your mistakes. Your mistakes don't define you. And that's the mentality that I have, not to allow my parents' mistakes to define how I see my parents. I love my parents. I know they love me. And sometimes we expect a certain amount of love from our parents, but it's like it's really our fault, because if we was giving it to ourselves, for one, we wouldn't ask for it that much. We wouldn't blame them that much if we was giving it to ourselves. But that's no excuse for them. But to say that they can only love us as much as they know how to love themselves. And if they're not giving a self-love, how could we be so mad about them giving us love when they need love to truly give themselves? They need to give themselves love. We wishing that they give us love. We need to wish that they give themselves love and not us. And we need to do the job that we need to do for us and wish that they love themselves. Because the best relationship you can have is with yourself. A lack of relationship with self is a lack of relationship with anybody else. So with knowing that, I know that, I should see the greatness in my pops, the beauty. And when we choose to see the negative, it's only because that exists within us. So it's not about them. It says something about us, what we need to conquer within ourselves, what we need to purify within ourselves is that negative energy to create that positive perspective of our fathers or our mothers. So, peace and love, peace and blessings. This is Master of Reality TV. Stay tuned for the next videos. There's plenty more to come. I'm still, I'm just more or less getting used to, speaking in front of a camera. I'm naturally self-confident. Also, even when you're self-confident, see, you still doubt yourself. You still doubt who you are in certain other areas. Just because you're confident in one area doesn't mean that you're going to be confident in every other area. It doesn't guarantee that. But I will say this. I'm comfortable. You have to, because worry only exists in the future. The future don't exist. And comfortability is about surrendering, letting go, and surrendering to how you feel, to your emotions, admitting your emotions to yourself, accepting who you are. So once you do that, then you're able to put yourself in a homeostasis within. You're able to create homeostasis within, or create more balance and harmony within yourself. So this video, I was able to be in harmony within myself because I'm getting used to it, like I said. But some other videos I wouldn't be as comfortable, but I'm comfortable. And before I leave y'all, I want to say this. It's something. It slipped my mind. You see, I've been over here trying to think since I brought. Never mind. But peace and love. You gotta represent. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you gotta represent. And when you see this, you see a black man that's representing. When you see the Ankh, that's representing life. This representing the mother's womb. These representing the offsprings, the babies, the kids. This representing the phallus going into the womb, and it's a spark right there. And soon as it enters the womb, it creates the beautiful, magnificent kids as a result of entering heaven. So he pushed in the hard times. And even when things are going against him, even when things are falling, even when things are falling out of place and life is closing in on him, he keep pushing. Even when he almost want to quit and drop to his knees, he keep pushing. You're stronger. You're stronger than anything outside of you. You're stronger than anything outside of you, than any circumstances. And you must keep pushing. Even when your head is down, even when it feel like you finna stop, keep pushing. Because in due time, everything will let up. Everything will let up. In due time. In due time. So, peace and love. Uncle Jocelyn, divine energy. May everyone watching have many synchronistic moments and many beautiful moments, because every moment is great because you decide that it's great. Every day is great because you make the greatest moment in your life the greatest moment, and every day is great because you make it great. Peace and love.